Hi, and welcome to the Caterpillar Cross Stitch YouTube channel. My name's Ford from Son of a Stitch. Last week I showed you how to cinch up the fabric in the back of a hoop to display a cross stitch in an embroidery hoop. This week we're going to take it one step further. So here at Caterpillar Cross Stitch we are all about cross stitch, and we upload helpful and, we like to think, entertaining videos about it every single week. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, and if in particular if you like this video, give it a like and leave me a comment down below. Also, if there are other things you'd like to see me do on the channel or other questions you'd like me to address, leave that in the comments as well and I'll see what I can do. Now there are a lot of reasons you might want to cover up the back of your stitching. Maybe the back of your project doesn't look so tidy, or maybe you're planning to sell the finished piece or enter it into a stitching or embroidery competition. Those things can really benefit from the back of the project being totally enclosed. So that's what I'm going to teach you how to do today. But before we get too much further, I do want to remind you to join the Caterpillar Cross Stitch VIP Stitch Club. When you join, you'll get 10% off your first order, you'll get an ebook with 8 free cross stitch patterns in it, and you'll get a digital download of our top 10 stitching tips. So make sure that you hit the link in the video description so that you can get all of those great perks. So this is what it's going to look like when we're done. We're just going to blanket stitch a piece of felt on there, and I'll show you a few tips to make that a lot easier for you. So let's go ahead and just get started. So the supplies that we're going to need for this are first, of course, our finished project, a hoop that is big enough to display that project, a felt tip marker, some nice sharp scissors, probably about 1 meter of embroidery floss. We're going to be using 3 strands, and a large-ish blunt needle. I think this is a size 24 tapestry needle. And then the one additional thing that we're going to need is some craft felt. You can get this at your local craft stores or you can get it online. I think I paid 49 cents a sheet for these ones. I'm going to use the polka dots for this project. So the first thing that we want to do is actually to make our felt circle, because we're going to use the ring from our hoop to size that, and if we stitch up the project first, then that's not going to be accessible. So on the back side of the felt, the side that you don't want to be showing when you're done, we're just going to put the hoop on there, and we're going to use it to measure the disc that we want in the end. I realize you can't see that very well, but I can see it well enough that I won't have any problem cutting it. So then I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut that circle out. While I'm doing that, I have something exciting to tell you about. The Caterpillar Stitch Retreat 2024. This is your chance to unwind and stitch the weekend away with the Caterpillar crew at a luxurious 4-star hotel in the heart of Birmingham, UK. There will be workshops, goodies, and endless stitching fun. The event will cater to all skill levels with beginner-friendly projects and expert guidance. It's a great chance to meet new stitching friends or come and relax with your own crew. In addition to access to the retreat, standard tickets include an exclusive project bag, cross-stitch kit, and needle minder, plus tea or coffee, nibbles, and even a chocolate lolly, because why not? VIP tickets also add early access, a special workshop with Sally, and a limited edition t-shirt. You can spread the cost out with the ClearPay payment plan, and don't worry about coming alone. Most people are, and our wonderful community welcomes everyone. The venue is beautiful and conveniently located right near Birmingham City Centre. Space is limited, so make sure you get your ticket today. Hit the link in the description to snatch that up before it sells out. So there we have our cute decorative felt circle for the back. And it's going to be just the right size. So we'll set that aside for the moment. And then we're going to cinch up the back of the project the same way that I showed you last week. So go check out last week's video if you don't remember how to do that or if you didn't see it, because that I'm going to skip over that assuming you already know. Did you go watch it? All right, then let's get started. Now, I've always wanted to do the Julia Child thing where you tell someone how to do something and then you go, well, here's one that I've made before. And here's one I made earlier. You can see I've already cinched up the back of it here, and I put in a disc of quilt batting in order to make the whole thing a little bit more opaque so that the fabric will look a little more finished when we're done at the end. And I've got my disc of felt that I used earlier. I usually prefer to use a stiffer felt instead of a softer one for this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to decide where we're going to start, and I'm going to start from the top. And I'm just going to tuck my needle in and through here, and I've tied a knot in my thread. This is just going to hide the knot behind the felt. So then I'll position my felt where I want it to be, and I'm using 2 strands here because I like my stitches to be a little bit more visible. And I'm going to make my first stitch, make sure I dig into the fabric underneath with it. And then I'm going to make blanket stitches all the way along. I'm going to try to put these nice and regular because these are going to be visible. Now if you want your stitches to be a little less visible, you can use a single strand of a color of thread that matches your backing fabric instead of using one that contrasts it. But I kind of like to show off my work, so I prefer to use one that contrasts like this. Blanket stitch is very simple. You just make a straight stitch and then put it through the loop that creates. And move along at regular intervals. I know someone who has a tattoo on their finger of 1/4 inch measure that they use for these kinds of purposes to make sure that they're nice and consistent. That's a little bit extreme for me, but you do want to make sure that you're doing them at pretty regular intervals. I'll just speed this up for you here. Now, if you need a little bit of help with this, or you want someone to explain it in a different way, or you want to learn some other methods of finishing a hoop, online communities can be a tremendous resource, and in particular, the Caterpillar cross-stitch community. There's a Facebook group with tens of thousands of members, and there's an Instagram with tons and tons of followers as well. And all of these people are super willing to share their knowledge. So it's a really excellent resource, whether you're new to stitching or whether you've been doing it your entire life. So I highly recommend both of those. Now I ran out of thread there, so I just tied a knot and then stuck my needle in through my felt, pulled it a little ways and pulled it up to the surface and cut it off. And now I'm going to start a new thread. So I'm going to do pretty much what I did before and start from underneath my felt so that I can hide my knot. And then once we reach the end, all we want to do is tie a little knot here. Then I just run that thread under the fabric a little ways, pull it tight, and cut it close to the fabric. So there we go. It's not the prettiest that it could be, but it's definitely gonna cover the back and make it look a little more finished. It's a little bit difficult to do all of this neatly without blocking your view of the camera with my head. So my stitches don't look as tidy as I would really like them to. I might actually start this over later. Hopefully yours look a little bit better. But that's really all it takes. It's just a pretty simple process, and it makes a world of difference in how well your project is presented. I do want to thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Leave me any questions that you have in the comments down below as well. For Caterpillar Cross Stitch, my name is Ford. I will see you next time.
Hi, have you heard about Love It Stitch It yet? You can design and shop the cross stitch patterns you've always wanted. Love It Stitch It is an easy to use design tool and exclusive cross stitch marketplace, giving you the freedom to create, sell and shop all in one place. You can design anything that you like, add text, upload and convert pictures and artwork. You can design the cross stitch patterns of your dream. You can download them for personal use, or you can upload them onto the marketplace, designed by cross stitchers for cross stitchers, jam-packed with some gorgeous cross stitch patterns from designers all over the world. If you're not interested in designing or selling, that's totally fine too. Just visit the marketplace and you can shop from hundreds of beautiful cross stitch patterns so you can pick your next project. Are you already a cross stitch designer? But maybe you're fed up of other marketplaces, maybe not getting the sales that you deserve, maybe not getting your patterns seen as much as you'd like, then let us help. You can easily register for free and get uploading your PDF patterns with absolutely no fees whatsoever. Let us then market your gorgeous designs that you've put all of your work into to over 185,000 dedicated cross stitchers from all over the world. We will absolutely do our best to get your patterns seen and into the right hands of people that we know will absolutely love stitching them. As a designer, you can easily list your PDF patterns for sale, no matter which software you use to design them. Our job is to make cross-stitch design accessible to all. There's nothing to upgrade, there's nothing to download. It's really easy to use and beginner friendly. We also wanted to create the marketplace to bring sellers and buyers together so that it's really easy and such an enjoyable experience to shop all of the high quality verified designs on the platform, but also to give those amazing designers a place to really showcase their creativity. So visit loveitstitchit.com today and register for free. Stitch what you love and free your creativity.